Behold a 1986 Daimler DS420. This gorgeous car is named Mabel and is fashioned in silver and black. It's a piece of art with a cavernous interior, luxury for days, and gorgeous, elegant lines. It was designed for society's elite. Being made between 68 and 92, the DS420 even served the Queen Mother herself. She had multiple DS420s, painted claret and black. Oh, wow. Crikey. There is so much space in here, oh my gosh. This seat is so wide that even an American could drive this car. It's a proper command chair. You've got an electric speedo here, lots of dials, real wood, real leather, the same style gearbox here as in my XK8. The mirror is big enough that you can see what's going on in the back and out of the back window. Gorgeously upholstered sun visors. I would feel very powerful indeed sitting up here. Up front you have all your necessary dials. You've got your voltage, your fuel, your oil levels, as well as your temperature. Lights are controlled by this rotating knob here, and then lots of switches that I'm not entirely sure what they do. And I love the inside of this car because it doesn't just have a glove box, it has a leather glove pocket. That's cool. I think it's time that we see what this car's like to drive, don't you? That started up so easily. Switch into D. We're in drive. Let's see what happens. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you for letting me do this. I'm very nervous. Purely because I can feel how big the car is.
Yeah, it does take a bit of getting used to, that's for sure.
Yeah. There we go. I can't really feel the road actually. That's crazy. I always thought one of these sort of bigger, older vehicles would be quite difficult to manage, but it's actually not at all. And it's so quiet. Coming round corners on tight streets, it just glides. And the one thing I was not prepared for is the absence of noise. There's a little bit of wind because the windows are open. And when you put your foot down, there's the gorgeous sound of that Jaguar engine. But other than that, this is incredibly refined. We're coming up to a speed bump, so I'm not expecting it to do that well here. I didn't feel it. I barely felt that, oh my gosh. I have no idea, that's crazy. Oh, that's wonderful. When you go over a speed bump in my Robin, for example, it's like you're just kind of being grabbed by a giant and violently shaken. In this, quite the opposite. This is just old school and cool. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, I'd appreciate it massively if you could hit the subscribe button. There's a load more stuff just like this on my channel. And if you want to go the extra mile to help, please consider going to my Patreon. It's linked in the description. If you go there, you get early access to my videos, any bonus content that's available, and your name in the credits of any videos. If you can't do that though, just liking, subscribing, and the most important one, leaving a comment, helps the algorithm show my channel to more people. There's a nice woman there who gave us a wave and enjoyed the look of the car. And these are some quite narrow roads, and Mabel handles them excellently. I could listen to that beautiful engine all day. It's wonderful. I know I've spoken about this kind of thing before, but it's a little bit sad seeing that this car offers something that is now not possible to get. No modern manufacturer makes cars like this anymore. The wood, the leather, the sense of theatricality, the circumstance, the way that the interior smothers you in elegance without a piece of cheap plastic or a Chinese touchscreen in sight. Arriving in style have also very discreetly fitted an audio system in here, a top class audio system, so that if whilst the customers are on their way to the event, they have a specific piece of music in mind, they can listen to it very loudly. We're heading up quite a steep hill now, which is an excuse to use the throttle a little bit more. Oh my gosh, it changed down. I didn't mean to make it do that. Oh, it's wonderful. It pulls excellently. Obviously it's not as fast off the line as a spooked Crow, but it does have all the power necessary to maintain dignity despite the large size. The whole body of this car is just beautiful. The chrome bumpers, these elegant lines running up and down, the chrome gutter rails above the window, a thoughtful and artistic touch, the beautiful, very big doors, and the hand-painted pinstripe down the side. These old-fashioned windows that angle like that, I love it, and the chrome on the wing mirrors as well. This thing is just so elegant. And let's meet the man responsible for keeping it in such good nick. Ian, welcome.
Hi Louis, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So, your company, and by extension you, own this.
We do, yes indeed, proudly so.
It's beautiful, it's an 86.
Yep, it is.
And how long have you had it for?
We've had this one only for 6 months, so
Okay.
we bought it in January of this year. Really because I've always loved the style of it, loved the lines of it,
Yep.
and we wanted to increase our wedding fleet. And what better way of doing that than with the Daimler DS420?
Yeah, so this gorgeous colourway and the condition of the car, did you get it like that?
Pretty much, yes. It was
Wow.
being used for weddings and funerals actually before we took hold of it. So that's what we just want to maintain, keep that up in this area.
When people come to you and they want to do an event, how often would you say they choose Mabel over some of your other options?
It's an interesting question. We've the last 4 wedding bookings have all been with Mabel, and
Wow.
really that's because the amount of space you have inside of it. It's it can take 7 passengers. In fact,
7, oh crikey.
6 in the back and another one alongside the driver there.
Yep.
And we had 7 adult bridesmaids in here a little while ago, which was easy. It was really quite, I thought it might be a bit of a squeeze, but no, it was fine. It was really good.
Wow. And how does it handle day-to-day life? Does it need much work, much maintenance, or is it good?
So far, fingers crossed, it's been really reliable. Every
Yeah.
time, jump in, start it up, and off it goes. We have another one that's got a bit of a starter motor issue, so we've just solved
Yep.
that. So, but that's that's the joy and the fun of a classic car. I've always said that classic cars are very simple to maintain. The downside is that they probably need more maintenance than perhaps the modern cars.
So have you always been into interesting classic cars?
Yes, I have for many, many years. I've had an American hot rod,
Nice.
which I imported from the United States 25 years ago.
And subscribe, because that will be coming at some point.
Indeed. And that really was a boyhood dream. My wife calls it my midlife crisis car.
Yeah.
But again, we started using that for weddings, and it's just if you want something a little bit quirky, a little bit different,
Yeah.
then that's certainly right up there.
This business is obviously your livelihood, but it's also a great excuse to spend a lot of time with cars you're passionate about.
Yeah, absolutely, and that passion is so real. I mean, this one, we've got a 1950s Silver Cloud Rolls Royce, and
Yep.
again, this is the Britishness, the patriotism, if you like,
Yeah.
of owning these sort of vehicles.
It makes me quite proud. I've said it a couple of times before, when you have a car that was made at home by people who might still be out there. It connects you to it. It's why I've got a Robin myself. It's nice to think about the times where we actually used to make stuff.
Indeed.
But what do we make now? We make a mess. That's what we make.
Yeah, indeed.
So you've got a theme with these ribbons up front and on the doors, lilac purple. Why is that?
One of the unique things that Arriving in Style likes to do is offer a series of options that make the journey a little bit more personal. So, for example, the bride and groom earlier today, she was in a silver and purple dress, and she wanted purple or lilac ribbons and bows. So, yeah, it's easy to do. We can get those, put those on. So it really makes the whole offering just a little bit more personal to them. One of the other options might be, what does the driver dress? Well, they wanted sort of formalish. Semi-smart, so hence this garb. But similarly, it could be steampunk, it could be Peaky Blinders, it could be
nice.
all sorts of crazy stuff that makes it just a little bit more special for the bride and groom on their special day.
And what's the craziest custom request, theming-wise, that you've had?
We did a wedding in Dorset last year, and the bride asked whether we could provide a Stig lookalike.
Oh, that Top Gear Stig?
Top Gear Stig.
Oh, wow.
So as the wedding started to carry on, the bride and the father were going up the aisle. Suddenly, out of the trees jumps the Stig. white tunic, white helmet, white gloves, and he stayed silent for 2 hours during the wedding.
My God.
Everyone wanted a picture taken of the stick. So, you know, we don't just do nice dress, we do something that's just a little bit more personal.
Hop inside and you understand why this car is in such high demand. Let's break it down. You've got a spacious interior with room for up to 6 passengers behind a privacy screen. Absolutely perfect if your wedding gown is big enough to take up 2 rows. And despite the fact that this car is from '86, it has everything you could need. The next row of seats is here. There's USB charging ports, there's an air conditioner and a fan, there's a huge amount of space. You've even got an ashtray if you fancy a smoke. And if you sit back, I am so comfortable I could fall asleep. The back end of the DS420 is absolutely iconic because this boot is huge. It comes up to my chest. There's enough room in here for even your mother. And if you look down here, the name Mabel is proudly emblazoned on the back. Moving up past the gorgeous chrome trims, you'll see a bouquet of fresh flowers, complimentary whenever you choose arriving in style. Guests and paparazzi can't help themselves when Mabel rolls up. Getting papped in this will make even the most modest feel like royalty. This is a legacy on wheels, designed on a Jaguar chassis with an XJ straight 6 engine. This car defines luxury. It replaced the older Daimler limos, and whilst it's not a Rolls-Royce Phantom, it's no less majestic. I personally have seen a lot of DS420s sort of on farms and in barns needing a huge amount of work. This is perhaps one of the first ones I've seen with my own eyes that looks perfect from the ground up. And it is increasingly rare to find a DS420 in a condition like this. They're one of the cars that could very easily go extinct without anyone really noticing. So I'm very grateful that this one has been maintained to such a high standard. How can the people find you if they're interested?
Well, there's a couple of ways. There's a contact sheet on the arrivinginstyle.co.uk website, or they can send me an email direct, which is inquiries@arrivinginstyle.co.uk.
Brilliant. And as we said earlier, it's not just this gorgeous Daimler, there's a bunch of other stuff, so the website will be linked. Have a look, and if you see anything you like and you happen to be getting married, you know what to do. And if you enjoyed this video of me looking at a funeral/wedding limousine, then I've got a treat for you. Coming up on the channel soon is my entire 2-year ownership of a Volvo S80 6-door funeral limousine, shrunk down into just one awesome video. Oh shit, there's a mini roundabout.
Oh no.
Ah! It was lovely knowing you.
Yeah, this was a fun experience. All of a sudden it is turned to this.
Right, I'm gonna
Just go straight ahead.
yeah, I'm
Don't turn.
There you go.
Easy. So just never turn on a make roundabout.
I don't fancy turning like ever.
No.
Ever again. I think I'll just do straight for the rest of my life.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Like a conservative's children, it'll be straight only from now on.
Yes.
You're not going to want to miss it because it's perhaps the most ambitious project I've worked on yet. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because that's coming very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, then please, like I said, leave a like, drop a comment and consider subscribing. If you really want to help, go over to the Patreon, that's linked below. If you or someone that you know has an interesting car from days gone by, then please get in touch because I would absolutely love to feature it on the channel. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers. Is this okay? Has my driving been okay?
Been absolutely fine.
Thank you.
You get the job.
Thanks.